Welcome to the Saturday Top-Up show. I've given Gord the morning off, and Glenn Pollard is here to join me to...
G'day, Mark. More than the morning off. We won't be seeing Gord at the top up again. We top up, he taps out.
Yeah, nonetheless, he does provide it. He has done... he did a show with Matt for Rose Hill. He did a show with Kev and Jared for
great job.
for Ascot. I think he doesn't like having to repeat himself, and I think that's probably fair enough.
And he likes to recover in the morning with 15 Gatorades, get all the hydrolytes going the other way.
Oh, I'd say the KFC's. Could you get KFC at this time of the morning? I suppose you can.
Don't make me puke. That would be sickening.
All right, Kembla today, their feature meeting, and it's sort of as you were. I mean, there was a good-looking piece of rain went through Sydney's western suburbs there halfway through the program yesterday. Did you cop much rain at Rose Hill, Glenn? I saw it was raining heavily in the parade.
3 minutes.
Yep.
And I was out there with an umbrella watching the parade, and then it just went away.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you made something of the meeting yesterday. Today, Kembla didn't get any rain, and the weather conditions are benign today. If we have a look at race 1, and here most of the action is for night, not so much early Betfair. But night is into 480 fixed, and Foxborough there's been some money for, which I have put in my market. But I'm thinking, what's to like about Foxborough today, Glenn?
Hey, look, it's a chance. There's not a lot to like about it. I'd have it 4th or 5th pick.
Yeah, look, there does seem to be a bit of resistance to the Big Boy Roy Atlantic King form line there, which I found interesting. Now, Atlantic King is, maybe it was it was more suitable race last time, and coming back in distance to 1500 is a black mark. I would have thought there'd be more fans for Big Boy Roy, but maybe everyone else had a gut full of him. Yeah, but we've got the so we've got the City Midweekers 1, 2, and 3. We've got the City Saturday horse that's had a few issues, number 6, and then we've got the provincial horses 4, 5, and 7. It'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think 6 is in the right range to bet there. Okay,
race 2 is the highway, and change of tactics here on Diarissima. And activation is the horse of focus here. A little bit of matching happening there. Sort of mid-4 range. I must say that All Over Magic is a horse that I've got a bit of a feel for here, back on the dry with Jay Collard on board. This horse used to be trained by Tracy Bartley. And
I share that same vibe, actually, Mark.
Now trained by Mark Quinn, who has got
he's a canny worker.
He is a canny worker, isn't he? He was one of our first featured when we started spotting trainers that were jumping onto Sky in the post-race interviews.
Was it?
Suggesting...
Now in the bush, they also say, "Oh no, I was given it a run last start." It's the funniest thing of all time. They all say it now.
Oh dear. All right, that's the highway. It is regulation as usual. But Nash climbs onto a hot-looking activation that Gord made a strong case for on the show yesterday. Race 3 and accountability, as forecast by you yesterday, Glenn. Is the mover and shaker, $9 into 6.5. It's got a little bit of activity there on the fair. It looks a wide race. Significance, obviously, also in the market there, down in the weights, and
that's better.
Yeah, okay. You happy with that?
Well, yeah, just because people like to see all the horses.
Yeah. There's a few wet to dries here, which, in fact, there's a lot of wet to dry stuff here happening, which
Chain of Honours, Kerwin's Lane.
Yeah, and it's almost one of the most attractive features of the meeting today is the fact that our feed is from. There was a sort of a month of sticky tracks there, mid October to early November in Sydney, and they're climbing onto what should be a relatively fast surface today. So, yeah.
I'm already on accountability at $11, and I hope people were able to jump on yesterday because it looks like it's going to trade almost favourite.
one of the reasons you should be hanging out for the show at midday on Fridays. Okay, race 4, and here Brazen Pine is the mover here, which, I mean, I know she's done bits and pieces in her life and not had the best of luck a lot of times, but didn't seem to be an obvious sort of mover in the market based on the prices. Destination seems to be a bit of resistance here, Glenn, and I know that you and Gord were not keen. But can I just point out, this horse debuted here 12 months ago in the 2-year-old race, which we've seemed to have lost, and it got the job done. Then it resumed on a slow track at Randwick, got beaten, went down to Melbourne for a dry track run and a slow track run, resumed at Kembla again for a win, then went to a bog at Randwick and it went all right, but nothing special. Then climbed onto a dry track and was the run of the meeting in the 1100 with Prime Star. And then ran Wild Ruler to a neck on another dry track, and then stepped onto a sticky track last time. So this horse it's only had 5 runs on a dry track for 2 wins in those 2 Saturday City placings.
It does seem hot form, man. But it's also got Huey on it. Huey didn't.
Well, if you're on cyber intervention yesterday, you were just left lamenting, were you? You just went, oh, it's only a Friday. What am I thinking? I'll just sit here. Anyway, look, interesting race because obviously it's game on for a few horses. There are a number of leaders there, and I guess Broken Arrows was the horse that was had the case made for him on the show yesterday, and I can see that, Brazen Pine might have some have a few fans because her racing style is not dissimilar. Race 5 is the well, here we go. This is the happening thing of the day. 11,000 matched on Big Parade at this stage, solid as a rock. It seems to be a horse of great focus on the day. And the fixed odds firmer is Golly I'm Lucky, which is 17 into 12, a little provincial battler.
Here's a little battler.
I have found a place for it in my market, but it is sort of hard to see in this race, isn't it? 1,200 metres against these horses.
Yes, for me it's hard to see. I can't get past 1 or 2 there.
Yeah,
can't imagine I'll be winning much money on 2 at that price range.
Yeah, well, look, it's a horse that's always had a big boom on it. Claire Cunningham started out with this horse, took it to Taree for its debut. I don't know what that means, but then straight up to Brisbane in one of those sport races over the Winter Carnival, ran into the blue colours of what's the horse's name? One of Gord's favourite horses. And then came back, had a few issues. Won first up at Gosford, and then found a shitty spot in a race at Rose Hill. Came back for Newnham, his new trainer. Fair first up, and then just brained them flat track bully around the circle there at Canterbury. Time off again, gelded after being scratched at the barrier at a short price. So anyway, the horse is a big focus today, and a lot of early interest there. Race 6, and Stolen Jade is off the map here. She is racing particularly well, but there's more than 3,000 matched there, and she's into 550 on the fixed. She was 850 after scratchings. She was 850 in the field.
Nice to see Dunbrody Power so out in the market there, Mark.
I think punters seem to have a good feel for when it's time for Dunbrody Power and when it's not. Anyway,
must be not today.
Interesting parade here on Macroura, which I know you were hard against from the parade first up, and so it'll be interesting to see how she warms up. Intrepidatious is the obvious other key runner in the race. The feature, and amazingly, not much happening for a race that's, well, firstly, I must say, I'm surprised they don't take acceptances for these races on Tuesday, given that they're supposed to be headline races. But, there's only 7,300 matched at the moment. And I think when I looked at it half an hour ago, it was only 1,500 matched.
Wow.
Which, for a race that's been untouched by scratchings and, they're all good horses, surprisingly, but maybe it's just too hard for the punters. There is Purple Sector is the overnight firmer into 480 fixed. You can still get $6 there on the fair. I'd suggest this will be a great betting heat.
Looks a great betting market there already. Like every price on the left matches up nearly with the price on the right, even down to the bottom of the Almahaha. You can take 80s or lay 85s. What a great thing.
Last word there, Glenn.
Unfortunately, both favourites for me. Still Dawn Passage on top from Purple Sector.
It's only unfortunate if they get beaten.
I haven't got I'd like to have a banker in every race that's a big odds just to make the day fat, and I haven't got it in this race. Does that make sense?
Yep. The other mile race.
Maybe Brandenburg's the roughie in that race.
The other mile race, and not much happening here. It's a team of, well, they're
numbers.
Yeah, they're numbers, but they're not hateful. They're not necessarily hateful horses. I mean, I'd certainly think that Vegas Jewel and, well, Matawi. I mean, I've made the strong case for Matawi today, but
the two Walnut runners.
Yes.
He's the Abacus King.
Greatest
producer of numbers.
I know. But you sit there and you watch that program yesterday, and up he pops. There's T. Berry getting the nose down on Naya.
Oh, how did it do that?
And then 2 races later, there he is again. No, it must have been Kiki and then Naya. Yeah, and you're just going, well, yeah, there's Chris. He's always there. Look, my roughie of the day here, Trevelyan, which I expect to improve sharply today.
Okay.
All right. And the nightcap, which Ronnie's best of the day, Greek hero.
Ronnie Duffy?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, they've basically been, last week they were living at Newcastle, and this week they're living at Kembla, part of PVL's promotion of the regional cities.
What, they live there?
Well, they've done all the shows down there.
Oh, okay. Ronnie thoroughly, I heard secondhand, I haven't seen it, he thoroughly interrogated Mr. Van Gestel about that horse pumping its head.
Well, as you would do, wouldn't you? I mean, it's either.
Well, apparently it goes like this. It looked like it bumped its head. I can assure you it didn't. All right, that's good enough for me.
Oh, that's a thorough investigation.
Interrogation. Something around those lines. It was like, we lost Ronnie. We lost him to the big fat wages. Bye, Ronnie.
See ya. Anyway, this last race, which it's Greek hero or bust. I must say I missed it, so it's not going to be part of my strategy. But I'm a bit scared because it's a lightly raced imported horse from a good yard with a hot rider, and
ticks a few boxes there.
And I'm scratching around with the rest. Obviously, Parade Key here, Knight of Power.
Knight of Power for me. Number 7, barrier 7. Can't wait to watch it, Parade.
All right.
Very full meeting there today, Mark. In a tricky event, I think punters are going to, obviously do their best. If you're back a couple of winners, you're going to win of the day. That's for sure.
It looks looks a great meeting to play. Of course, this is a great game to play, and we love it. So I'd advise anybody that is yet to partake of a subscription with RacingRant that they're mad not to, especially because the first 2 weeks are free, and you get access to the chat room where there are just winner tippers throughout there. They just
they seem to have a lot of fun in there too.
They do have a lot of fun.
A lot of toing and froing, and you're an idiot, and place to be.
Yeah, I think if you're a 30-something, certainly it's right up your alley. So a subscription comes with access to the chat room, as I mentioned, 2 weeks free, and you should be with us because you've got a ton of content, access to some sophisticated assessments from me and parade yard information from both GP and our good man that is doing good things up in Brisbane. That's Ollie. He's gone up to the Sunshine Coast for their feature meeting today. So lots happening at RacingRant. Please come and be a part of it because we love to run this little community that we have.
See you, loving good punting.
All right, I just got to stop that share, Glenn, so that I can stop. See you later. See you on Monday, Ratters.